Today we're going to be talking about some car upgrades in GTA 5 that I think are just kind of stupid expensive. Obviously, this is a video game. I know why all of these upgrades are so expensive, but it is still fun to make fun of how expensive they are. Because obviously Rockstar Games is not going to make these upgrades dirt cheap while we can make $2 million in 1 hour. I understand that. I just think it's kind of funny, and sometimes I like to make fun of them just a little bit. First up is window tint. Window tint costs $1,500 to $5,000 to put on your cars in GTA 5. I think that is crazy expensive just for some window tint. Next, let's take a look at one of my favorite cars in the game, the LG Retro Custom. Let's toss my favorite wing on, the classic RS wing. It costs $18,500 to put on this car, which is insanely expensive. But then if you put the exact same wing on the Sultan RS, it's only $700. $700 for the exact same wing. Like, there is no difference between them. They're the exact same wing, but they have a price difference of about $18,000. I think that is crazy, and I never even realized it before. I love both these cars, and I usually put these wings on all the time, but I never realized the price difference until right now. Here's a really funny one. Let's talk about the plate on the LG Retro Custom and on some other cars as well. If you guys wanted to remove the front plate off this car, it will cost you $5,200 to remove the front plate. Think about how crazy that is. All you need to do is take 2 bolts off and then boom, there you go, the plate is removed. But if you want to put it on the left side of the car, it'll cost you $5,600. But if you wanted to put it on the right side of the car, for some reason, it'll cost you $5,900. It's more expensive to put it on the right side opposed to the left side. But the weirdest thing about it is, why is it $5,000 to remove the plate from your car? $5,000. Next up, let's talk about the door cards, and these really don't make any sense to me, and honestly I think Rockstar could have done a bit better of a job on primary and secondary color upgrades, but the primary door cards for this car are $16,000, but if you want to get the secondary color ones, they are $17,000. If you made the car one color and picked primary or secondary color door cards, there's going to be no difference between them. They're going to look identical because they are the same door card. And the thing is, you could change the color to whatever you want, whenever you want. So why not make primary and secondary color upgrades the exact same price? It just makes a lot more sense, especially if the physical upgrade is the same thing. Here's one that I find really funny. You see that thin piece of plastic on this LG Retro Custom? That's a hood lip, and it'll cost you $4,600 to put it on this car. You can barely even see it. It's such a small little piece of plastic, and it's gonna set you back almost $5,000. $5,000 for that little piece of plastic. And the thing is, nobody's gonna notice it. Like, once you actually get a decent distance away, like I am here, you can't even see it anymore, but it's still $5,000. And the funny thing is, if you compare it to the LG RHA, you can get a race exhaust system, a carbon roof, and a suspension system, and probably a lot more on a lot of other cars as well. But instead, you're gonna get that tiny piece of plastic on the LG Retro Custom for almost $5,000. It's the same thing with hood catches. They cost $5,200 to put on your car. That is just really, really expensive, and I know for a fact in real life they only cost about $300 if you want to get brand name ones, and if you want to get cheap ones, you can find them on Amazon for literally like $20. And someone please tell me why wind deflectors are $6,000. Are these wind deflectors off of a Bugatti or something? Like, that is crazy money for wind deflectors. Like, I walk into my local superstore and I see them in the auto section for like $15. That is crazy money for something that nobody actually puts on their cars. Like, I've never really seen anybody actually put wind deflectors on their cars in GTA 5, unless they were just fully upgrading it, but still, $6,000 for some wind deflectors. Like, take in, it is cheaper to put a bomb in your car. Yes, a bomb. For $5,000, you could put a bomb in your car, and it is cheaper than those wind deflectors. I find that absolutely crazy. But we're not done there. Let's talk about the Jester RR, and this is where some really crazy stuff happens, alright? So, let's say you guys wanted to change the color of the cam belt cover on this car. It's going to cost you $32,640 to change the color of that thing. All you need is a can of spray paint that's safe for your engine, and then bada bing bada boom, you're good to go. Why is it $32,600 to do that? But don't worry, it gets crazier than this. So, if you wanted to remove that cover, alright? Now, don't forget, we're talking about removing it, unscrewing 2 bolts, maybe 4 bolts, who knows, but you're just taking it off. This is something almost anybody could do. but it'll still cost you $41,800 to take it off and expose those pulleys. Like, the pulleys, they're already there. You're just taking the cover off. It's just like taking the cover off your engine itself. You just pop it off or unscrew a couple things, and there you go. Why is it $41,800 for this? But I have to say, the craziest one of all, if you want this single Tasho added to your car, it's going to cost you almost $14,000. Take a look at how tiny that thing is. It is a tiny little dial. Now, I don't know about this in real life. If any of you guys have any kind of extra dials in your cars, tell me how expensive it is to get one put in. Because I don't think it's going to cost 14 grand for that tiny little dial mounted on your dash. I just think that is actually crazy. Just for one little dial. 14 grand could buy you a lot of stuff to mod on your car, but all of that money just for that, I find that really crazy. It's the same thing with the liveries. For example, the shopping list livery, either in white or black. If you guys wanted to buy the white one, it'll cost you $20,520, which is pretty damn expensive. But if you wanted the black one, it's going to cost you $21,660. The thing is, they are the exact same thing, just different colors. And let's not forget that we're paying 20 grand for 7 stickers on the side of this car. 20 grand for 7 stickers. Think about that. If there's any other upgrades that you guys think I missed out on, be sure to comment them down below and comment their crazy prices as well, and maybe compare them to some other things that we have in game as well. I really want to take a look at that and see what you guys come up with. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you went on to enjoy it, and with that said, I will catch you guys in the next one.